y'all, it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my February TBR or possibility reads because I'm a mood reader, but some of them I know I will read. And all the ones, I read most of my January possibility reads, but the ones that I don't mention in this video are included in this as well. The ones I didn't get read. I can't remember. So I'll start with the books that were sent to me or I got in a giveaway that I want to read first. Can't remember if this one was in my January TBR, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it because it comes out February 1st. I think it's February 1st. It's February. This Last Adventure by Ryan Dalton. And I won this in a giveaway the author did on his IG. Remember me, Archie. Archie's grandpa has always been a zero, but after Grandpa is diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, the confident and adventurous man Archie's known all his life starts disappearing. He's not just losing his memory, he's losing pieces of himself. Archie desperately wants to slow the progression of Grandpa's memory loss. Using Grandpa's old journal entries as inspiration, he creates shared role-playing fantasies with epic quests for them to tackle together, helping Grandpa to live in the present while staying in touch with his fading memories. But there's a limit to the power of the fantasies, and not all the memories recorded in the journal entries are happy. When Archie learns a painful secret about Grandpa's past, he questions everything he thought he knew about this hero. As Grandpa's condition worsens, Archie has to come to terms with the reality of what he's losing and decide what it truly means to live a life worth remembering. It just sounds so full of heart and like it's going to be emotional. So, can't remember if I talked about this one either, but Norm and Ginger Enter the Hidden, Book 1 by Betty Fudge. There is a secret hiding in the remote Vermont farmhouse where 11-year-old Becky and her family move after her father is fired from his job under mysterious circumstances. A guardian emerges with an ominous warning that someone is coming through a mirror to take Becky from the safety of her new home and leads her to the discovery of artifacts hidden under her bedroom floor. That same night, she finds an abandoned puppy destined to protect her and whose collar causes the artifacts to turn on. An ancient battle resumes for control over a secret once thought buried too deep to be uncovered. As more mysterious creatures arrive, how will she know who is there to help and who means her harm? Becky and her new puppy must race to interpret the warnings, overcome the fear of sinister forces, and trust in new alliances to solve a compelling mystery that has been hidden from her family for generations. But is it too late? Very excited. The author sent me this to read. Very excited about that. And then Source Books had sent me these. It's Duology, The Nightmare Thief by Nicole, Lesperance. So I want to get these read. Marion Partridge loves working in her family's dream shop, where she can handcraft any dream imaginable. Dragonfly wings and tree pollen for flying dreams, goose down and nutmeg for calming dreams, cemetery dirt and spider eggs for nightmares, all with a dash of her family's dream magic. The shop has only one rule: dreams cannot be given to a person without their consent. Marion has no problem with this until her sister Haley has an accident that leaves her in a coma. Marion's certain she can cure Haley with a few well-chosen dreams, and when no one else is watching, she slips her a flying dream. But a terrifying new customer from the shop has been following Marion and knows what she did. Now the stranger has laid the perfect trap to blackmail Marion into creating custom nightmares for a dark and terrible purpose. As Marion gets drawn further into the sinister scheme, she must make a choice to protect her family or to protect the town from her family's magic. Very excited for those. And then Munchkins, Part 1 by Candice. I also can't remember if I put it in the last one, so that's in this one. When Capricorn Munch and her 12 siblings appear outside a children's home, no one, including themselves, knows who they are or where they came from. At 10 years old, they stop aging, and as she and her siblings develop powers that gift them with incredible abilities, like healing wounds and manifesting objects. They keep these powers secret, and their adoptive father restricts their use. Capricorn strives to live a normal life, blissfully playing with her favorite sisters, witty and bold Allie, empathetic and wise Breezy, and giddy and sweet Hazy. But now a sudden threat has intruded on their carefree lives. Their next-door neighbor, a man who calls himself Big Boss. Capricorn watches fretfully as Big Boss encroaches on her family like a malevolent force, feeding hostility between her siblings and causing them to be reckless with their powers. Capricorn knows Big Boss is plotting something sinister, and can only pray it doesn't end in ultimate doom for her and her family. And there are more arcs and things I want to get to, but I wanted to just include those. Now, for sequels I want to get to, the ones I included in the last video still stand. I know I included this one in the last video, but I have it out here. So, Girl Giant and the Jade War by Hoang. It's the sequel to Girl Giant and the Monkey King. I'm very excited to get to this one. And then I want to get to the second book in the Ocean Squid Explorers Club, but it's the second part of this world. The first was the Polar Bears Explorers Club, and this is Explorers at Pirate Island. And I loved the first trilogy, and then the first book in this one, so very excited to get to this. I don't know if I said, but it's by Alex Bell. And then Danger at Dead Man's Pass by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman. I love this series. This is like the 4th book, I think, and the 5th one will be out soon, so I want to get this one read. And it's illustrated throughout. So very excited. This is the 3rd book on the Eerie on the Sea mystery series by Thomas Taylor. This is Shadowghast. I love the first 2 books. I even love the 2nd one more than the 1st one, so I'm very excited to continue. And then No Place for Monsters, School for Phantoms by Kory Merritt. The first book was so much fun. It's like a graphic novel almost, but not. It's a naked hardback. The author is the illustrator. And it's just full of illustrations. Like some are just so, this is why it's not a graphic novel, but there's so much illustrations. So, excited to get to that. And then the last book in the Unmapped Chronicle series is Zeb Bolt and the Ember Scroll by Abby Elphinstone. And I love this series, so I can't wait to finish it. And then one I just got today, so excited, Thunder of Monsters by S.A. Patrick. It's the last in the Songs of Magic trilogy. The first one was A Darkness of Dragons, I think it was called. So excited, cannot wait. And then some other books I own, just when I get to The Forest of Moon and Sword by Amy Raphael. Full of illustrations too. Art loves only 3 things in life: her mother, her horse, and her sword. So when her mother is taken one cloudless night, accused of witchcraft, Art mounts her horse and chases after her. As she journeys through the wild forests of Scotland and England, she will use her mother's herbal recipe book and natural magic to guide her. But will she spot the signs from the omens? Can she reach her mother in time? So intrigued. Very excited to read this. And What Lives in the Woods by Lindsay Curry. I loved the other 2 books I've read by her, so I can't wait to read this. It's her newest release. All Jenny Anderson wants from her summer is to relax, attend a writing book workshop, and spend time with her best friend. But when Jenny's father surprises the family with a month-long trip to Michigan, her plans change for the worse, especially because they aren't staying in a normal hotel. They'll be living in and restoring the century-old Woodmore Manor. When they arrive, Jenny is immediately spooked by the creepy house and the rumors of what lives in the surrounding woods. Legends say the forest is inhabited by prowling creatures with glowing eyes that prey on campers who are never seen again. And Jenny can't shake the feeling that there's something wrong with the house as well. Shadowy figures, a strange ticking sound in the walls, and a mannequin that has a mind of its own all converge to make for a terrifying stay. And as Jenny investigates, she learns that there's more than one legend roaming around, and this one definitely isn't after campers, it's after her. Woods, manor, creepy mannequin. Sounds amazing. Can't wait. And then the Ash House by Angharad Walker. A new boy arrives at the Ash House. He can't remember his name or why he's been sent there. Dom greets him, remembering the importance of niceness and the rules made by the headmaster before he left them on their own. Dom gives the boy a new name, Saul, for solitude. With nowhere else to go and troubled by a mystery pain that no medicine can cure, Saul joins the gang of children living in the shadows of the secret house with its walls that seep smoke into the air. They do what they can to survive. Soon, however, there's more for the children of Ash House to face, unless Dom and Saul's newfound friendship can defeat the darkness that descends with the arrival of the Doctor. It just sounds so good. Very excited. And I want to read The Winter King by Christine Cohen. And all it says on the back is, a village trapped in winter, a tyrannical god, and a girl who would do anything to keep her family alive. The Winter King is a beautiful book in every way, stirring and lovely, a tale of courage marinated in deep truth and laced with echoes of Till We Have Faces. This is exactly the kind of book I want to fill my family shelves with. And that's a quote by N.D. Wilson. I'm very excited. I've had this forever. I want to finally read The Eye of the North by Sinead O'Hart. Emmeline is prepared for everything until her parents mysteriously disappear. Fearing for her life, she flees on a ship to France where she befriends a stowaway called Thing. But even he can't help her escape the clutches of the villainous Dr. Siegfried Barr. Dr. Barr is bound for the far north to summon a mythical monster from the deep, and he's not the only one plotting to unleash the creature. In a frozen land with danger at every turn, can Emmeline and Thing reunite in time to save the world? The race is on. Sounds incredible. Then I want to finally read Lightning Falls by Amy Wilson. I think this is the only book of hers I haven't read now, and I love her writing. The ghost house is all Valerie has ever known. She's perfectly happy helping Meg and the rest of her beloved ghost family to haunt the guests who come to stay. But then she meets Joe, the boy up at the top of the bridge, who tells her he's from another world, a world that is under threat, a world he claims is her real home. So intrigued. Cannot wait to finally read that. 2 books I've had forever. The Tragical Tale of Birdie Bloom by Tamray Belts. And I think this is a companion to it. The Triumphant Tale of Pippa North. In the fairy tale kingdom of Wanderley, everyone has a role. Birdie Bloom is a tragical. Doomed to an unhappy ending, she spends her days locked away with 17 other orphans at Foulweather's home for the tragical, where she's supposed to be learning to accept her terrible fate. Agnes Prunella Crunch is a witch, the wicked kind, which means she's supposed to be performing her witchy cackle and flinging curses from the Book of Evil Deeds. But lately, Birdie has been desperate for an escape, and Agnes has been in a bit of a witchy slump. The one thing they could both use is a friend. And with the help of some magical winds, a wayward letter, and a very unusual book, they might just find each other, and together rewrite their story into one that, just between us, isn't very tragical at all. Very intrigued by that. Very excited to finally get to these. And then when I read Spell Sweeper by Lee Edward Foddy, I said I had 2 other of his books that I've had for a while, and now I really wanted to read them because I love that so much. And these are them. It's a duology, The Secret of Zune, and The Guardians of Zune. Welcome to Zune, crossroads of the multiverse. When an enormous winged blue tiger appears on his aunt's sofa, Ozzy can tell he's in for an adventure. He's thrilled to follow Tug, who calls himself a Skyger, through a secret door in the basement of his apartment building and into Zune, the bustling station where hundreds of doors act as the gateways to fantastic and wonderful worlds. But some doors also hide dangers, and when the portal back to Earth collapses behind him, Ozzy gets more than the adventure he bargained for. With the help of a friendly blue Skyger, a princess with a peculiar curse, and a bumbling wizard's apprentice, Ozzy will have to fix his only way home, and maybe save the multiverse in the process. It just sounds incredible. So excited. I'd also like to get to The Chime Seekers by Ross Montgomery. Step into a world of fairy tricks and hidden danger. When an evil fairy steals Yanni's baby sister and swaps her for a changeling, Yanni is swept into a dangerous race against time to get her back. The fairies delight in tricks, and rescuing her won't be easy. With the help of his cousin, Amy, and the reluctant changeling, Yanni must travel to goblin palaces and battle-swept oceans, discovering ancient treasures and secrets along the way. Yanni will need every drop of courage and even a few tricks of his own if he's to outwit the fairy and save his sister. Sounds incredible. Very excited. And The Creature Keeper by Damaris Young. I loved the other book I read called The Switching Hour, so very excited. Dare you enter the growling, howling, screeching, hissing Dire Spire Hall? When Kory hears that Dire Spire's mysterious owner is looking for a new creature keeper, she knows that caring for magical animals would be the role of her wildest dreams. For her new home is a strange place with secrets in its shadows and someone who will do whatever it takes to keep them hidden. Very excited. And then Last Shadow Warrior by Sam Subity. An ancient enemy, a deadly quest, and she thought 6th grade math was hard. 12-year-old Abby Beckett is proud to come from a long line of elite Viking warriors known as the Aesir. It's her life's goal to hunt the monsters called Grendels, just like her mother did before she died. There's just one small problem. No Grendel has been seen in centuries, and the Viking elders want to disband the Aesir forever. After a mysterious attack on her home, Abby is forced to take refuge at Vale Hall, a secret-filled school in Minnesota where nothing is quite as it seems. When she tries to alert the elders that a Grendel is after her, they accuse her of making up stories for attention and claim her mother did the same. Desperate to protect her family and clear her mother's name, Abby goes on a dangerous quest to discover the truth. But with time running out, she quickly realizes that someone at the school is trying to stop Abby's progress and destroy the Aesir for good. Sounds incredible, and I've heard the best things, so can't wait. And then The Ghost of Goswater by Lucy Strange. The Lake District, 1899. The Earl is dead and cruel cousin Clarence has inherited everything. 12-year-old Lady Agatha Asquith is cast out of Goswater Hall to live in a tiny, tumble-down cottage with a stranger who claims to be her father. Aggie is determined to discover her real identity, but she is not alone on her quest for the truth. On the last day of the year, when the clock strikes midnight, a mysterious girl of light creeps through the crack in time. She will not rest until the dark, terrible secrets of the past have been revealed. I love what I've read from Lucy Strange, like Our Castle by the Sea, for example, and I can't wait to read more, and this sounds fantastic. Alright, y'all, that's it for this video. Have you read any of these? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. Are you excited about any of them? And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to subscribe, I would love that. And I'll see you in my next video.